Good morning, class. My name is Miss Kennedy. Today's lesson is converting base 5 to base 10. First, we will be going over our key terms, or the vocabulary that will be used in this lesson. Write these terms down into your math notebook. First term today is base 10. This base system is one we use every day in our everyday life to count things. It has 10 digits from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Our next term is base 5. It has 5 digits from 0 to 4, and it has a notation that looks like this. 3,240. This little 5 here is called a subscript. It tells us what base we are using, and we are only using base 5 today. And for a base raised to a power, we will need to use a math symbol that we aren't familiar with yet. It is called a power or an exponent. We can see that 5, our big number, is the base, and 3, the little small number, is the power. Here's how to solve this. You'll write down 5, and you're going to multiply it 3 times. 5 times 5 times 5. And you'll solve it, and you'll receive 125. We will be using this table to do our calculations. Our first row is the base raised to a power. In this case, base 5 is what we'll be using. The second row is a place value for each column. Third row are the digits from the problems you are solving. And our fourth row are the calculations of the place values times each digit. Next, we will go over the math steps that will tell you how to do each problem step by step while I work them out with you. Then I will hand out a worksheet for you to do some on your own. Raise your hand if you have any questions along the way. Our first step, we'll write powers on each of the 5s, numbering backwards starting from the right-hand side with 0, 1, 2, and 3. Second step is we calculate the value of each power and write it underneath in row 2. 5 to the third power is 125. That's 5 times 5 times 5. 5 to the second power, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 to the first power is 5, and 5 to a 0 power is 1. Third step is we will write down the digits from the problem underneath in row 3. We'll use the right-hand box as the ones place. Our problem is to convert 1,231 with a base power 5, and we'll write that 1, 2, 3, and 1. Step 4 is to multiply the numbers in rows 2 and 3 by column and write them in the box underneath in row 4. So 125 times 1 is 125. 25 times 2 is 50. 5 times 3 is 15. And 1 times 1 is 1. For the fifth step, we add up the numbers in the bottom row. 125 plus 50 plus 15 plus 1 equals 191. You'll write your answer in the answer space. Our next example is 2013 with the subscript 5. Again, following step 1, we write the powers on each of the 5s numbering backwards. 0, 1, 2, 3. We calculate the value of each power and write it underneath in row 2. Again, 5 to the third power is 125. 5 to the second power, 25. 5 to the first power, 5. 5 to the 0 power, 1. We write down the digits from our problem. The 2013, 2, 0, 1, 3. For step 4, we multiply the numbers in rows 2 and 3, and we write them in our fourth row. 125 times 2, 250. Then we have 25 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. And 1 times 3 is 3. We will now add up the numbers in the bottom row. 250 plus 0 plus 5 plus 3 is 258. And here is our third and final example. Our problem is 1,342 subscript 5. Again, we write down our powers, numbering backwards, starting with 0, 0, 1, 2, and 3. We'll calculate the value of each power and write it underneath into row 2. 5 to the third power, 125. 5 to the second power, 25.